But as far as I'm concerned, the first thing you can do for me is to chuck all your medals and all your caps and all your pots and all your pans into the biggest flipping dustbin you can find. Because you've never won any of them fairly. You've done it all by blooming cheating.
But you'll have to forgive me, as I've been listening to Rangers fans singing how they'd like to wade up to their knees in my blood over the last 50 years. So, ha ha, Rangers, ha ha ha. But
that's the bottom line. The big house must stay open. That's the bottom line. The big house must stay open. That's the bottom line.
The Celtic fans celebrating the appointment of a new board at their Parkhead Stadium tonight. After talks which lasted all day, the man who had saved Celtic from the receivers by stumping up £1 million to pay off some of the club's many creditors said the final details of the takeover were being clarified by lawyers.
It's a matter of the lawyers sorting certain technicalities out between them. If you want to stay on, can I ask you to have patience, be helpful to the police, remember what we're here for, and we'll be out very, very shortly, I hope, with the best possible news. So please...
It's understood the Deputy Chairman, David Smith, has agreed to resign, along with 2 fellow directors, and they'll sell their controlling shares to other board members. The Canadian tycoon, Fergus McCann, who arrived at the club this afternoon, will be appointed Chief Executive after a meeting of the new board next week. For more than a year, fans, disgruntled at the lack of success on the field and the financial chaos of it, have been calling for the board's resignation and have boycotted games. It's a far cry from the glory days of 1967, when the Lisbon Lions' defeat of Inter Milan brought the European Cup to Britain for the first time. But since winning the league and cup double in 1988, success has been in short supply, as their bitter old firm rivals have gone from strength to strength. The takeover brings to an end a long and at times farcical battle for control of one of Britain's most famous clubs. The tough task now for the new board is to restore Celtic to its former glory. Andrew Castle, BBC News, Parkhead.
Proclaim to the Celtic support.
Game is over. The rebels have won.
But as far as I'm concerned, the first thing you can do for me is to chuck all your medals and all your caps and all your pots and all your pans into the biggest flipping dustbin you can find. Because you've never won any of them fairly. You've done it all by blooming cheating.
Hello and good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. It's 12 minutes past 12. The 3rd of the 12th, 2012. Thanks for joining me today. And without further ado, let's get on the phones, let's get on the hotline. It's an internet bampot wanting to talk to an MSM journalist.
Hotline.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi, Hugh. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. Nice to speak to you again, brother.
What's your name?
It's Peter Dolan.
And where are you from, Peter?
In Hamilton.
Right. On you go.
Yeah, it was basically to state that with the EBT issue, Hugh, how you can suggest that Rangers should be allowed into the Premier League or kept in the Premier League is just beyond belief. Surely the only sensible solution for Scottish football was to demote Rangers from Scottish football altogether for the cheating that they did last year, no?
Well, the EBTs were shown to be, in most cases, acceptable to the first-tier tribunal who investigated them.
They were acceptable to the judges, two of the judges, but I'm talking about the dual contract situation, where it's clear and evident that the prima facie evidence that the judgment that you spoke about states that many of the players were paid, and the second pieces of paper, the second letters, were second contracts which were illegal or are illegal.
That matter is to be investigated by 3 QCs in an independent commission set up by the SPL.
Yes, but I'm just pointing at the evidence given by the three people last week state clearly that
but by a majority verdict of 2-1, there is to be no action against Rangers. So the matter has been investigated and is now over and done with.
Well, it's not exactly over and done with, because the taxman has got, well, less than 60 days now, but it had 60 days from last week to appeal. So
well,
it's still...
We'll wait to see if they appeal, and then we'll await the outcome of the appeal. But in the meantime...
No, I understand it, but the point I'm making is the dual contracts, that the evidence cited by even the two...
but I am Peter, I'm telling you again, there's a separate independent commission set up by the SPL.
I understand that, Hugh.
Headed by Lord Nimmo Smith, and they will meet in January to determine whether any wrongdoing has taken place.
Exactly, but it's the evidence given in the Law Lord's verdict, the first tier tribunal last week, that the evidence for side...
What would you have me or anybody else do about this when by a 2-1 majority verdict? That's the end of the matter.
But it's not the end of the matter regarding the tax, but you're conflating the issue that the evidence given by these people states that there was extra payments paid to Rangers players.
What would you have anyone do about this now then? You tell me.
No, I'm just asking you. You're saying it's all over and done with, yet it's clearly not over and done with regarding the tax, man.
Pending an appeal, and they've yet to announce their intention whether they intend to appeal or not.
Yes, but I'm talking. Yes, of course. But the reason why I pointed that out is because you said it's the end of, it's finished. I'm saying it's not. But I'm also pointing out that the evidence given by these people last week clearly states that there was contracts, second letters, there were side contracts that amounted to extra payments to players, which is in contravention of FIFA's law, where you have to identify every single payment made. So that means that the SFA, what we're sitting on, is the biggest cheating scandal to hit Scottish sport ever, because Rangers played with players, international players, whose clearance wasn't properly done, Hugh. That's the point I'm asking you. That's not over and done with by a long way, is it? When there's evidence cited by a law, a document of, it was put out 2 weeks ago. Sally.
Every business has its SFA or Charter of Scottish Football. If they feel that something in the written verdict is wrong, then it is their job to do something about it.
Well, the case for one of the players, that was identified that the insurance that was claimed by Glasgow Rangers amounted to his wages, which was £1 million plus
Peter,
the EBT.
We can go on about this all day long, but if there is something wrong, then it's up to the SFA to act upon it.
Of course, Hugh, yes, but I'm asking you that it's far from over when there's prima facie evidence given by the verdict people stating that they've seen contracts.
If it is far from over, then I await the outcome of the appeal then.
That's not. I'm not talking. But again, you're trying to conflate the two. There's the appeal from the tax, and there's the Lord Nimmo Smith verdict. That if they was to look at the evidence given, but without any appeal.
I'm quite sure, being a QC in the company of two other QCs, he knows what he's doing. So he'll take the report on board.
On that evidence that's not coming from a journalist or an internet bampot, but evidence from three eminent people. And they state clearly they've seen side letters and they've seen cause for concern that was in that document. I'm asking you to comment on that document, Hugh. Do you think, with that document there, given prima facie evidence of cheating, have you any comment on that prima facie document, a legal document that states that Rangers were in fact cheating? Have you any comment on that, caller?
Why would I comment? I am waiting for the SPL Commission to do its work. They will take the written judgment from the first tier tribunal into consideration, and then we'll await their verdict.
Of course, and all I'm asking you to do is the people who made their verdict, who gave the prima facie evidence of seeing second contracts, this is in contravention of FIFA laws. So I'm not asking you to make a judgment. You're obviously good for an opinion all the time, Hugh, and many other matters, but you failed.
And my opinion is
you want to sit on the fence.
This written evidence should be handed over to Lord Nimmo Smith and let him and his fellow QCs.
But you've seen the written evidence. You've seen the written evidence, Hugh. And if it states there that players were given this money and that there's second contracts, then that is in contravention of FIFA law.
Well, you've said all this a dozen times. Let them decide then.
I'm asking you, my friend. I'm asking you. Have you read the whole document, or at least seen parts that I'm talking about? That how the
Listen. You're talking about something that hasn't taken place yet.
I'm talking about something that has taken place. The letter, the document, the 100.
Peter, listen. I'm perfectly happy to let them do their job and examine that written evidence. I'm not a QC. This is a legal matter.
But you're a journalist. You're a journalist that offers an opinion on a wide range of matters, including Celtic fans.
But you're dying to trip me up into saying
I'm not dying to do anything to you, Hugh. I'm asking you.
You called the hotline. Do you have something to say to the hotline?
I'm asking you yourself.
Because you're blocking the phone here for other callers. Do you have something you wish to put in the hotline?
I have indeed, Hugh. What I'm asking, the point I want to put across is how journalists fail to tell the truth when it's hitting them right in the face. Yes, you can say there was a verdict of 2-1 for Rangers. Well, even if they got a verdict against them, there was no money going to be paid because it was liquidised, wasn't it? So it was a moot verdict, whatever it was going to be, whether they were guilty or not, because there was no money going to be changing hands. But the evidence that was given by these three people is prima facie evidence of cheating for the last 10 years. And for a journalist who's happy to comment on the sanity of many Celtic fans being paranoid or internet bampots now, then I'm asking you just to give a clear statement of what you thought of that document that came out with three legal people saying that there's prima facie case against Rangers for cheating. What have you just going to wait and sit on the fence to January? Will you last as long as that, Hugh, or are you going to retire like your good friend Mr. Trainer? Will you be here to? Will you here to give your verdict then?
Thank you, Peter. You're getting insulting now.
I'm not. How's that insulting? I'm just asking. You going to be about? You not giving your verdict now? You can categorically say you will be here in January to give us your verdict and all things good and proper? Then what's happened? Silence means consent. And Hugh's hung up.
Hotline.
Hi. Hugh.
Yes.
How you doing? Like to go on the paper, sorry.
Sorry?
I'd like to put my point across, please, to the paper.
Yeah, what's your name?
Tommy Gold.
Tommy?
Gold.
Gold?
Yeah.
Gold?
That's it, yeah.
Where are you from, Tommy?
From Celtic Park, Glasgow Parkhead.
I'll just put Glasgow then, shall I?
Parkhead, yeah.
I take it you don't live inside Celtic Park, so...
I've been there many times with yourself. Obviously since the ban it's kicked in. Obviously myself, I've been banned many good places, so I join you together. My compadre and been banned in many places. I'll be doing a live show tonight myself with Mr. David Lowe. Sadly, I won't be able to call in because I'm banned from your show, Hugh. But as I say, solidarity with my banned brother. Are you going along on Wednesday? I can get you a ticket if you need to get in on Wednesday.
No.
Courtesy of internet bampots, because we like you, Hugh. You know, you've coined us all internet bampots, but we know it's just a wee bit of jokely fun, mate. All good fun in the asylum, isn't it?
Yeah. I come off a housing scheme. I know what life is like in Glasgow.
It's all a bit of fun, Hugh. Don't take anything serious. Know what I mean? Life is. At times it does seem you do take life serious, but I have heard from people close to you, you're a bit of a fun chap at times. So that's what I'm like as well. Although people misread, we're both similar characters. We're both misread, deeply troubled souls at times.
Well, that's life.
But anyway, the point I would like to make from one internet bampot to a journalist is, who really won? Who really won the war between internet bampots and the mainstream media? Or who has been the victors? Would you say it's the bampots that have won? Or would you say that the journalist crew have triumphed?
Triumphed in terms of what?
Well, telling the truth and bringing the information that the people want to know and read and hear about. Free speech, obviously, your paper doesn't really believe much in free speech, and, you know, obviously neither does your station much, but it's about people who are internet bampots who triumph free speech and give the truth that people want to hear. So with that barometer, would you say then the internet bampots have won?
No. together. We're all very happy together here, so there's more to life, isn't there?
Well, but it's about getting the truth out there. I mean, are you happy being part of a propaganda campaign to tell lies?
My priority in life is 3 kids and 4 grandchildren and the wife. I don't really get terribly upset about internet ramparts.
Where do you? I get upset.
The truth is out there and all the rest of it. I just try to live a normal life here.
I know, but it's when you call people paranoid or internet bampots and take it seems like you're taking it seriously. But obviously it's just a game, it's a bit of fun when you don't take it seriously. No, I respect you, because there's far more important lives than football and a stupid game of football. Yeah, family comes right at the top of the tree, and I commend you for that, and all power to you. But it's just the truth, the point I'm trying to get out is that internet bampots that you kindly coined us all, we have endeavoured to tell the truth as we see it, but people in the mainstream media have tried to pervert the truth.
In your opinion?
And, well, of course, but on other people's opinion, not just my own.
Anyway, Tommy, can we condense this, because
ran out of time. You're into overtime now. You offer a nice wee lunch then, Shug?
No.
You deserve it for talking to all us bampots in general, I suppose.
Well, did you call to put something on the hotline?
Yeah, just say Tommy Gold says the internet bampots have won in telling the truth over MSM. Can you print that, please, Hugh?
It'll be my pleasure, Tommy.
God bless you, mate. Hail, hail.
Thank you.
Take it easy, bro. See you at Parkhead soon. Yes, we'll see you at Parkhead soon, but not this week. You won't be there, Hugh. You're boycotted. You're persona non grata. But hey, c'est la vie. You'll get better priorities. Haven't we all? Family comes first at all times. And we're the Celtic family. And the news, straight from internet bampottery circles, is at last, after 37 years of being in the shadows, of being a kid on closet Airdrie fan, or whatever he was, well, whatever planet Jabba the Hutt was from, whatever planet Jabba the Hutt was from, we do not know. But he now, I don't know if it's become official, but it's been sent to me. It's coming a good authority. It's coming not by bird mail or Twitter mail. It's coming from parrot mail. Parrot mail via the Twitter mail. Onto Crackpot McDougall mail. News comes to us from a reliable source that rumours are true. James Traynor is taking up a post with Rangers as head of marketing PR. Oh, really? Oh, ain't that a surprise? Oh, shucks. Yeah, finally it becomes true, eh? Hold on, here we go, hold on. I may have to mute you. Sorry about that, hold on. I was just trying a phone call there. 2 seconds. No, sorry, nothing happening there, nothing happening. I didn't want that to seep out there if there was any. It's the first time I phoned that number. You need to be careful when it's first time phone calls. You don't want to hear anything coming out that's not supposed to. Same with this one, I suppose. Hello, Brian Stockbridge.
Hi, who's this?
Yes, hi. I was just here to ask you, is it true that James Traynor is going to be working for your company, Sevco?
No, don't think so. No, who's this?
It's Peter Pumpkin Eater.
Peter Pumpkin Eater. Ah. Well, no, I don't know where you got your information from there. But well, you tell me. You seem to know more than I do.
No, well, it's just obviously you're a financial controller at the Rangers, Sevco.
Financial controller. No, it's not called Sevco actually. It's well, there we are. Listen, I'm actually in the middle of some bits and pieces now, so let's have a chat at a future date.
Well, listen, Mr. David Lowe is doing an interview tonight on Glasgow Radio Online. Would you like to join in at some point, 6:15? See you there, Mr. Stockbridge.
Mr. David Lowe, is it?
Yes, he's a good guy. You've heard of him. He helped save the Celtic. Similar role, kind of like yourselves, only we did it in a better way, obviously.
Okay. All right, listen. I need to go now.
Any further news from the Cludgy? Can you give us some inside gossip? How's the share issue going? We're talking to an expert tonight on Celtic and how we had the most successful share issue. Are you going to be breaking world record history here, Mr. Stockbridge? Can I ask you? Give me a scoop at least. Give me something to play with. Come on, brother. You do love me.
I won't be giving you any inside information or anything like that. You'll see what will be announced publicly as we go on things. So
is it going to be an internet Bampot success, Brian?
Well, you'll see. I won't preempt anything.
World record? Will there be a world record? Will you be giving out free tickets to it? Obviously, many free tickets. Yeah, free tickets. Will you be?
Free tickets to what?
To the event of the day where you fleece the lovely Rangers fans of their hard-earned cash once again.
No, I'm not quite sure what you're talking about there. But anyway.
But we're all looking for a free lunch ticket to see the death of the Rangers Part 2. Can you help us deliver it? All us Celtic fans are waiting here in eager anticipation of the closing of the Cludgy. Can you help out, facilitate this? Can we get a good Christmas present, Mr. Stockbridge?
No, unfortunately not. No, I can't help that at all.
Are you not going to bankrupt him again for us, please?
No, I'm afraid I won't do that.
We'll put you all on a Christmas list. 50,000 people will give you a nice donation.
No, unfortunately I can't do that. It's going to be successful, but there we are.
Successful. Okay,
anyway.
Well, as I say, we've got a successful businessman called David Lowe who conducted the one for Mr. Fergus McCann. The best yet. If you can match it, then we welcome the chase.
That's wonderful. Okay, nice to speak to you.
Take care, Mr. Brian Stockbridge. Sevco owner.
Bye-bye.
Sevco owner, is that correct? No comment. He's a Sevco owner. Yes, there we go. Right. So, the Sevco owner down IPOX Way now knows that David Lowe is coming on to Glasgow Radio Online. Mr. Shug Keevins now knows that on Glasgow Radio tonight, the best Glasgow radio station, tell 10 to tell 10, tell all your fellow Tims out there, we're going to show the zombies how it was done, how we saved a football club, and how the rebels became internet bampots and brought the demise of old Sevco. Yes, indeed, Oldco, Newco, a total sham, a total farce. And we have brought it all to you, the truth. Seek the truth, reject falsehood, for falsehood is always vanishing. The internet bampots, without us, without the Rangers tax case, and without many other good people who have written blogs and books and done live shows and brought them to you, where were you going to get this information? From Mr. Keevins? From Mr. Trainer? From Mr. Jack Irvin? From Mr. Ramsey bin Rashid? Comical Alley? Where were you going to get this from? Rangers Comical Alley? Chick Young? Yes, Mr. Dung, was he going to give you the information that Sir Walty was pocketing 2 million? Give him a knighthood, why don't you? He's walked away with 2 million from the Chancellor of Exchequer's pockets and all the taxpayers. Hey, is a recession on here? Were they going to give you the information of Mr. McLeish pocketing 1.7 million? No, the truth came from internet bampots. Seek the truth, reject falsehood. So join me tonight. Hopefully Mr. Brian Stockbridge will be there. Tell Mr. Alec McLeish. Tell Mr. David Murray. Tell Mr. Chuckles Green. That tonight we'll be listening to a rebel who had a cunning plan, who along with other rebels helped save Glasgow Celtic. We did not die. We did not go into receivership. We did not go into administration. We did not get liquidised into a jelly and ice cream pulp like the Sados from IPOX-ridden arena. No, we didn't get killed. They did. They died. And how they died was, they couldn't organise, they couldn't collectivise, they just sat there with their little hands out saying, where is our white knight on the white horse to come and save us? And lo and behold, Sir Minty duped them all with the white knight duper. The white knight consortium came in, and hey, he took the dairy. Probably get paid a fair whack. Well, at least he took the bike, the loving cup, and the Arsenal shares out of them, and whatever else he managed to pockle. And then handed over in a whole scam that many people have highlighted, and I've spoke to many of the people from Charles Walder to Duffin Phelps, all the people in America. It was all a scam, it was all a sham, it was all at it. It was all a cabal orchestrated from Freemasonic headquarters somewhere in the deepest, darkest bunkers. And leaving you with a quote, well, I don't know if I can say it right because I haven't listened to it back again, but I'll take it from a good brother, Mr. McGlone, about Fergus McCann, about how Celtic fans managed to get where we got. And he said we did it without being part of any secret societies. Something to that effect. But anyway, we've got an interview with Mr. McGlone as well, and other internet bampots in the next week. So join me, ditch Clyde, ditch the sad burger chain radio. Why listen to a busted flush? Bankrupt radio. Join Celtic fans, be it myself, the Homeboys, the Lost Boys, anybody with a boy in it, follow us, listen to us, and ditch they sad trumpets, because at the bottom line is, if you allow them, if you give them the oxygen of publicity, if you allow them into your psyche, into your mindset, they're just corrupting it. That's all they're out to do, is out to corrupt your mind. But we here as Celtic fans, to educate and entertain. From the boys from down under, from the shambolic Carluke Shamrock boys, from all the internet bloggers, we're doing it from our hearts. People who helped save Celtic did it because in their hearts they didn't want to see the demise of Celtic, and they got together like the people who today, almost 20 years later, without the same people showing the same heart and commitment and telling the truth, the cheating at Rangers would have been allowed to persist, because people like Mr. Keevins would have sat there in their hands taking their 30 pieces of silver and allowing the corruption, the worst and the greatest corruption in Scottish history of its sport that has been carried out, and still they don't offer their opinion. But ask them to comment on the sanity of Celtic fans who have sat here for decades saying it's a Masonic conspiracy, it's a Masonic cabal. Oh no, you're all paranoid. Oh, is that right? Well, seek the truth, reject falsehood. And God bless the Bunnet, wherever he is in North America. I whistled and booed against him when he lifted that, and I apologise. In the full light of day, what he did was just magnificent. All hail Fergus McCann and all the rest of the rebels. God bless each and every one of them. So join me tonight. Join me 6:15. Go and get your news at the top of the hour from wherever. Go and listen to your boring burger chain radio. And then remember, Crackpot McDougall from the Internet Bampot Radio Division will be talking to a rebel who helped save Paradise. Join me 6:15 tonight. Retweet and tell 10 to tell 10. Hail, hail, God bless. Speak to you then. See you soon.
And the first thing you can do for me is to chuck all your medals and all your caps and all your pots and all your pans into the biggest flipping dustbin you can find, because you've never won any of them fairly. You've done it all by blooming cheating.
But you'll have to forgive me, as I've been listening to Rangers fans singing how they'd like to wade up to their knees in my blood over the last 50 years. So, ha ha Rangers, ha ha ha. But
that's the bottom line. The big house must stay open. That's the bottom line. The big house must stay open. That's the bottom line.